everyone, it's Pam with Organizer AZ 911 here with the 11 most common types of clutter that I come across in my line of work. Now I'm not going to give you all 11 types in this one video. I am going to split it up so that you're not stuck watching this, obscenely long video. So I'm going to give you the first 5 this week, then next week I'll give you the next 5, and then I'm going to wrap it up with the number 1 type of clutter I come across all the time in my line of work, and with that, how to tackle that type of clutter. Okay, so without further delay, let's get into it. Number 11 is busy clutter. You know, when life starts getting out of control and you're running in all different directions and you just don't have time to take care of the mail, to take care of the dishes in the sink, when you just, you're changing clothes real fast and you just throw the clothes down, that is what I call busy clutter. And if it's not addressed in a reasonable amount of time after the busyness happens, that's when it really starts to build up. So it's okay that busy clutter happens. Just find a specific time during your week that you can address all the backlog of that busy clutter. Number 10, surprise clutter. Surprise clutter comes when something changes suddenly in your life, like your work schedule suddenly changes and things that you had set up before suddenly don't work right, or someone stops by unexpectedly to drop something off for you, or they found something that they thought of you with and they wanted to give it to you and you weren't expecting it. And sometimes that surprise clutter can build up because you're not expecting it, so you don't know exactly where to put it. So one thing I've done for that kind of scenario is I do have one area in my home, a little shelf, that when something comes into the house unexpectedly, or if suddenly my schedule changes and I'm not getting to the things that I need to get to, I put the clutter in this one area and then address it as soon as I can. Number 9, avoidance clutter. Let's face it, there are some jobs that we just don't like doing. Paperwork is, everybody hates processing bills and the paperwork, and so we avoid doing it, or we hate filing our paperwork, so we avoid doing it. Any job you hate doing, you tend to avoid. And if you avoid it over and over and over, that clutter just builds and builds and builds. So try to set at least one time a week where you address that avoidance clutter in your house. And here's another thing you could try. Hit that yucky job first. If you can tackle it right off the bat in the first part of your day and have it out of your mind for the rest of the day, it just clears your head and you feel energized to keep going throughout the day. Number 8, delayed decision clutter. Have you ever caught yourself going, I don't know what to do with this, so I'll just set this down here? That's a delayed decision. Every time you delay a decision, it allows clutter to build. So again, try to avoid that at all costs. If you catch yourself saying, I'm just going to put this here for right now, stop in your tracks and try to see if you can get it to the location it belongs. And finally, number 7, it is your daily clutter. These are things that come into the house every day pretty routinely that sometimes your day is just too busy to put away. And for that, I always recommend having little relocation bins set in high traffic areas, so that if you recognize your schedule is really busy, you simply put the item in that basket and address it at the end of the night. It maybe takes 5 or 10 minutes to go through a little basket, and it keeps the rest of the house looking neat and clean. Okay, so there's your first 5 types of clutter that I come into routinely in my line of work. Again, I said there's a total of 11, so be sure to check back next week when I give you the next 5 most common clutter types that I come in contact with. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up, poke that like button below. And while you're at it, if that subscribe button is still red down there, click that as well and ring the bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. And be sure to check back next week for the next 5 most common clutter types that I find in my clients' homes. I'm Pam with Organizer AZ 911. I'll see you next week.